Listen to part of a conversation in a listening lab.
Hi, may I help you with something?
Yeah, this is the listening lab, right?
Yep, what do you need?
Well, you see, I'm in Spanish 105, and my teacher gave us an assignment 3 or 4 weeks ago to watch some movie. I can't remember the title. Los something, I think. I know it's about, it's based on Mexican rituals.
It sounds like what you're looking for is Los Ojos de Dios. Am I right?
Wow, impressive. How did you know that?
We've had quite a lot of students coming in this week to view it. Apparently, there is some test or something next week, right?
Actually, the test is at the end of this week. That means I have only 3 days to watch the movie. We have to write an essay on the plot of the film. And the essay counts for, 1/3 of the grade. I'm really pushing the limits this time.
Well, I'm afraid I have some unfortunate news. There is a problem with the TV VCR, so you won't be able to view any tapes today. It seems to have been eating all of the videos.
What? That can't be. When will it be available again?
We sent it in to the Technical Services Department earlier this afternoon, which means it should be back sometime tomorrow around, midday or so. We tried to fix it ourselves, but, we're just part-time workers, you know. So we don't really have the technical know-how to deal with that kind of thing.
So then I can come in tomorrow afternoon or early evening and view the tape?
Uh-huh. Wait, I'm sorry. I should mention that there are 4 other students on the waiting list. They will get first priority, so if they show up tomorrow, there may not be any time slots open. But you never know if the students will come or not. Either way, it may be worth checking back. Who knows, you might just get lucky.
Okay, I'll try that. But just in case, are there any other possibilities? My test is in 3 days, and I absolutely must see this film to pass. What do you recommend that I do?
Well, you have a couple of options. The first is to try your luck waiting around until the TV VCR is available. If it isn't back on time, that could present a problem. Another option is to see if it is at any of the local video stores. One of the rental shops has to have it. The only problem might be that other students got the same idea, and in that case, it might already be rented out. You could also look online to see if it's available for download.
All right. Actually, one of my friends works at the rental shop down on Washington Street, so he might be able to help me out. If that doesn't work, I'll check online. I really appreciate your help and advice.
No problem. I'm just doing my job.
Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer. 1. Why does the student visit the listening lab? Two. What does the woman say about the TV VCR? Three. According to the conversation, what is a reason the listening lab staff had the VCR brought to the Technical Services Department? 4. Why does the woman hesitate to give the man a time slot for the day after? 5. According to the conversation, what are some ways the man can resolve his problem if the VCR is not returned the next day?
6-11. Listen to part of a lecture on biology. In the last lecture, I talked about the various traits that allow animals, such as camels, to survive in desert ecosystems. For example, we discussed how they almost never perspire, even in high temperatures. This, ensures that they don't waste bodily fluids and increases the length of time they can go without water. Today's topic isn't too different. It's another reaction to environmental conditions, a certain type of response that's unique to only a few animals. In short, hibernation. Now, it's important that you don't confuse hibernation with dormancy. They are actually quite different. I'll give you a few examples to help clarify what I mean. So, when you think about hibernation, what's the prototypical animal you think of? Bears, right? So what do bears do during winter? Are they passed out in a cave for 4 or 5 months straight? Not exactly. Bears will get up occasionally, every few days or so, and they'll have a bite to eat, and they'll go to the bathroom and, oh yeah, the females will even give birth to their cubs. Also, a bear's temperature will only drop from around 38 degrees to about 34. This is too minor a change to be considered hibernation, so it's incorrect when people say that bears hibernate. They actually enter a state of dormancy, which is like very deep sleep. During this dormant period, bears are able to conserve energy because their heart rates are lowered and their metabolisms are suppressed. Also, reptiles like turtles and snakes, even though it seems like they hibernate, they don't. However, the reason that they cannot be considered hibernators is different from the one I gave for bears. You see, to hibernate, an animal needs to be able to control its body temperature. It's got to be warm-blooded. Snakes and turtles are cold-blooded, so their body temperature is determined by the environment around them. It fluctuates. Let's go back and compare the bear to an animal that really hibernates, like a squirrel. When the squirrel hibernates, even though it is a warm-blooded creature, its body temperature falls very low. In extremely cold climates, this means a squirrel's temperature might reach 1 or 2 degrees below freezing. Strangely enough, squirrels warm up during their hibernation every 15 or 20 days, usually staying awake for less than a day. And just like the bears, they'll go to the bathroom and maybe eat something. During hibernation, though, animals typically live off of their fat reserves. They'll eat and eat and eat as winter approaches, fatten up, and then burn the fat over the winter for energy to keep alive. Another big difference between deep sleepers, like the bear, and hibernators, like the squirrel, is their awareness when hibernating. If there's some sort of emergency, the bear can wake up immediately and respond. This is why bears are dangerous even when they're dormant. We know not to call it hibernation now, right? So don't mess around with them, because they can awaken very easily, and you don't want that. In contrast, the squirrel is dead to the world when it hibernates. It takes several hours for it to awaken when it goes through its occasional warming up phases. Now get ready to answer the questions. You may use your notes to help you answer. 6. What does the professor mainly discuss in the lecture? Seven. According to the professor, what is an adaptation that allows camels to live in the desert? Eight. According to the professor, how do dormant bears conserve energy? Nine. What does the professor say about snakes and turtles? Ten. According to the professor, why do hibernating animals eat more before winter? Eleven. What are two differences between dormancy and hibernation?